Okay, so strap in. We're going to talk about money making, super fast money making, how to make tons of money really, really quickly. So I came down to Mar-a-Lago. I did 16 wing missions in about 4 hours. No more than that. I could have probably got it done quicker if I wasn't in and out of the room all the time, sorting out animals in between, like trading. But basically you're looking for missions that run stuff that you can buy that are mining missions. So they're mining missions, they have 6 days to which you complete them. They generally range between, like, once you're allied with everyone and once you've got good standing with everyone in the station, you'll get the missions that go up to 50 million. Quite often the missions are just 50 mil missions. I was getting a lot of missions between 35 to 50 million. So 16 missions in 4 hours doesn't sound insane. It doesn't sound crazy. But the next bit is what makes it special, what makes it a journey into
loads of money.
So the next step is the huge part. So basically then I go into a wing with 3 other people who've been doing what I'd been doing. Some had done up to 20 missions, some had done, about the same as me. We then all shared the missions with each other, and my 16 missions in 4 hours turned into 4 hours and 40 minutes later 3.4 billion credits, which is a reasonable return on the amount of time I put in. Now, there is a method to this. Now, Mar-a-Lago is one of the systems that's good for these missions. It's also good because most of the materials you need are 1 jump away. The system I use is a good system because you can get everything within 1 jump. Now, I'm a traditionalist. I do all the truck driving, going point to point, just getting full loads and bringing it back, getting full loads, bringing it back. I also do take on the missions where people come after me to attack me. Now, I'm going to do a separate video on the reasons why. I'm kind of... the long version is the answer is complicated as to whether you should do that or not. The short answer is, don't take those missions. You don't have to. Any mission that says enemies will be sent after you, avoid them. They're just too much hassle. They take up too much time. That's the short answer. The long answer I'll give you in a separate video later. But for now, stick with the short answer. There are other things you can do to speed up your progress. I am a traditionalist and I won't use things like Super Cruise Assist or docking computers, though some people swear by them as being able to speed you up. This is Skull arriving at a station using Super Cruise Assist, basically jamming it on dirt late. It gives you quite a stomach churning drop out of the station, I'll be honest. I would find that unpleasant. I prefer my more natural approach, though and also Skull is being the greedy trader and running no shields. You will get more tons quicker, but I'm a traditionalist. I do not run shieldless anytime. Fair play to Skull running shieldless in open. I would not. While I was down here, I got attacked a couple of times by players as well as a lot of NPCs, but then I was taking the missions where enemies spawn against you, whereas Skull was not. If he accidentally took one, he'd abandon it, but then use other missions to get his rep back up. The other thing is, you want to only take the missions. This is kind of obvious, but I do need to say it. You only take the missions where you can buy the materials. So this is silver, gold, bertrandite, indite, and sometimes cobalt. But definitely do not pick up the missions for bromulite and osmium, because those you have to mine. Paradisium you have to mine. Samarium sometimes turns up, you have to mine that. And totally ignore them missions for water, unless you're a weirdo. But yeah, taking the missions where you can purchase the goods for, stacking them up. You can complete up to 20 missions off at a time, so when you enter into the stage of finding other people to share with, you've all got 20 missions. It's huge money. It's ridiculous. Even doing this without the mission sharing is good money. Now with me, if I attract the attention of a player, I just basically jump out of system and then come back in. That's basically what I do.
12 seconds later.
I mean, my Type 9 is far from unkillable, but it has over 1,000 shields, and, you know, NPCs I evade the interdictions. Players, I just submit and high wake immediately, then just loop back round. Hopefully they've gone on for a different target, or they're no longer there. You know, there are ways I lose them in Super Cruise, if they are still there, but luckily with that guy in the Faz, he'd obviously gone on to another target, because by the time I came back in system, I dodged a couple of NPCs, made it to station fine. But you can clear off these missions pretty quick. You can, you know, if you really go for it, you can do much better than I did in 4 hours, because I poodle. I take missions where I have to fight the NPCs. I do it in open where other players can come after me. You know, there's a lot of things I do that other players wouldn't do. But if you're just interested in maxing the money, you know, you don't have to take the missions where the players come after, where the NPCs come after you. You know, you can really grind it quick. I would recommend a cutter for this to make the big money. I use a Type 9, I prefer the Type 9, but the cutter has more speed, can jump up on anything, is less vulnerable to everything than a Type 9. You know, I like the Type 9, I like the Type 7 because they are space trucks, they feel like space trucks, they fly like space trucks. Again, I'm a traditionalist trader, I have a lot of weird opinions on things. I'm not going to recommend a docking computer, but other people who do this, far more than I do, swear by them as being quicker to get in and out of the station. I'm not so sure, but each to their own. I'm not going to judge. It's all about trying to get as many missions done in a short space of time as possible, and then find people that are willing to share. There are Discords dedicated to this, there are Reddit groups dedicated to this. The important thing is, you know, is getting to know the people who share missions, reciprocating when you can and share missions back with them. You know, if it's a one-sided transaction all the time, people are less likely to continue sharing missions with you. So trying to reciprocate as often as you can is always a good thing. Some of the guys that I share wings missions with share way more wing missions with me than I share back. I'm always rushing around trying to share with everybody, but it's really difficult. You know, it's very tough to find the time to do all these wing missions with everything else that I do in game. But when I do, and I'm so grateful to everyone who does, you know, give wing missions to me. Thank you very much to everyone who shares wing missions with me. If there's a consolation, as many of you know, I have a certain amount of money that I keep to. Above that, it all goes on silly giveaways, bounties, fun stuff, ridiculous poo drops. Currently I'm running a scheme with the Dark Marauders where I'm paying half towards people's fleet carriers, because I want to get as many fleet carriers as possible for Season 2's PPI attacks. I want the system to be rammed with Dark Marauder carriers. You know, I want a real big show of force. So, you know, even though I'm getting the wing mission shared with me, I'm then sharing the money on elsewhere. Because the most important thing in Elite Dangerous for me is the people I play with. And, you know, having fun with the people I interact with and interacting with as many people as I can interact with. And getting to know different people from all around the game, all around the globe, and have fun in this open world spaceship shooty environment. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Oh, and remember to look out for the second part talking about whether you should tackle those NPCs or not. That's all. Thanks for watching.